So today we're going to work with circle graphs. It's the last section of our unit here. A circle graph is basically a pie chart. It's used to display a whole that's divided into part. The sectors of the circle represent parts of the data. So if we look at our first example, the following circle shows how many people in Maxine's office building gets to work. There are 350 people in the building. So 61% drive in a car. These straight lines, that's public transportation, 22%. Dark gray, carpooling, 9%. Cross-hatching, bike, 5%. And black, 3% walk. What percentage of people walk? 3%. How do we actually figure out how many people that is? Well, we take that number, where are we? We take that number, 3%, and we change it into a decimal percent. So 3% in decimal, we divide by 100. So 3 divided by 100 is 0.003. So 3% is decimal 0.003. We multiply by the number of people, so we times by 350, and we get the number of people that this represents. So if I do that, 0.03 times 350 gives us 10.5. So when it comes to this, we should potentially either round up or down. I prefer to round down, but your textbook seems to think that it's okay to round up. So we know definitely 10 people walk and potentially 11 people walk. So I might be okay if you go 10 to 11. Okay, so 10 to 11 people walk because that gets you 10.5. 1% of people come to work in a car. Well, we know that as the car is the gray, it's 61%. So 61%, we change it into decimal percent, which is 0.61. And if we want to know how many of the 350 people come to work in a car, we take that 61% and multiply it by 350. So 0.61 times 350 equals 213.5. So 213 to 214 people actually come to work in a car. Consider those people who carpool, walk, or bike. Is this more or less than the number that take public transport? Well, if we look, 9 plus 5 plus 3, carpool, bike, or walk. 9 plus 5 is 14. 14 plus 3 is 17. So 17% carpool, bike, or walk. So it's less. So 22%. How many more or less? So public transport is 22%. Carpool, bike or walk is 17. So it's 5% less. So we can either do a couple things. We can figure out how many people at 22%, how many people at 17, and then subtract them. Or we can subtract, so here, calculated 17 people. So 60 people, carpool, bike, or walk. 22% gives me 77, so there's 17 people. There's an alternate kind of method where you could go 5%. Okay, so if we take 5%, 0.05, and times it by 350, because that's the difference between 17 and 22, 0.05 times 350 gives us 17 and a half. So realistically, 17 people, okay? Or 17 to 18 people. So we're going to leave you to try and build your skills here. Good luck, and you'll have some bell work that follows.